Welcome back to Coffee Break Book Reviews. I'm Molly Schaefer. This week I'm going to be reviewing Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday, and I'm incredibly excited to review this book because I've talked about this in the past. I have a really big ego. So a couple of weeks ago, my husband and I were watching Glenn Beck's YouTube channel, and he was interviewing Ryan Holiday, and I was super excited about that because I've already read one of Ryan Holiday's books. It's The Obstacle is the Way, and it really transformed the way that I thought. It introduced me to the Stoics, and so I started going through Ryan Holiday's books again on Audible to see which book that I wanted to read next that could grow me, and the title completely stood out to me because, like I said, I'm an egomaniac. Well, what's really great about this book is that it's broken into 3 parts. The first part is Aspire, and Aspire is typically where a lot of authors are right now, a lot of aspiring authors are. I'm in that place right now. You haven't really gotten to that place of success yet. Maybe the first goal that you want is to get an agent, and then you get that agent, and of course your next goal is to get a publishing contract, and you get that, and then your next goal is to sell as many books as you can sell, and so you sell as many books as you can sell, and then you go through the process again of aspiring for another book contract, and it's just this cycle. And Ryan Holiday talks about this cycle in such a simple way. So right now I'm aspiring not to get an agent. I already have an amazing agent, but I'm aspiring to get book contracts. And if I'm not careful, then I can really focus on all of the areas where I'm getting it wrong, and my ego can get in the way because I can get jealous of other people's successes, and I don't really focus on the blessings that I have because I'm so focused on, well, why don't I have that, or why does she get that, or why does he get that, and oh my gosh, he just got a $600,000 book deal, or whatever. I start focusing on these negative Nancy kind of ideas, and it just makes me spiral down this rabbit hole of depression and ooey gooey yuck, right? So that's part of the cycle. And so Ryan Holiday, when you're reading through Aspire, he gives you so much wisdom and so much insight. While you're there, embrace what you're going to learn there, how you're going to grow there. That's a place where you can be incredibly creative, where it's about the work and not about whether you're worth it. And then if you aspire long enough, and if you work and you put that work in, then you will probably go to the next avenue of the book, which is success. And this is where ego actually can run really rampant because you've gotten that goal, you've gotten that dream, and now you're great. And people need to see your greatness. And so you can turn into this just really narcissistic, rude jerk person because you're not humble anymore. You're not trying to aspire to greatness because you've already made it. And in this section of the cycle, this is where you need to start preparing yourself for failure, because when you reach the top, the only place to go is the bottom again. And he said, like, if people are overwhelmed by their ego, when they hit that failure part of the cycle again, they might not be able to get back up. They might not be able to aspire again. And you just have to realize failure is going to come, but so is aspiration. So is success again. And if you just understand this cycle of living, then you can live greatly. You can dare to dream greatly. And it makes you realize it's not about you. It's not about your dream. It's not about your success. It's not about your creativity and the product that you put out. But it's about leaving behind a legacy of something great. So it's not about you being great, and it's not about your work being great. It's about just living a great life. And you don't want to live for applause, and that's something I do. I live for likes, I live for subscribers, and it really made me think about this whole idea of building a social media platform that everybody says you need if you want to be a published author or a successful published author. And it just made me really think about, like, how am I treating people? How am I treating my agent? How am I treating my fellow authors? How am I treating my husband? How am I treating my kids when I don't get my way? When success doesn't happen the way that I want it to? And I don't like what I see. And I see that I have a lot of work, and I have a lot of areas that are just filthy, ugly, and dirty that I need to weed that garden, man. I need to, like, pull out that strife. I need to not plant those seeds of discouragement. And I need to remember that ego is my enemy. And that if I want to succeed, I need to help others succeed. If I want to leave a legacy, I need to be worthy of a legacy to be left behind. I need people to not look at me in awe and admire me, but I need to live an admirable life. So I don't know about you, but I really needed that truth. I really needed to understand that it's not about fulfilling the dream that I have. It's about writing great books and reading great books and reviewing great books and living this life in the most beautiful, simplistic, loving way that I can. And I'm not doing that well. But I will. And if COVID hasn't taught me anything, it's taught me how precious time is and how precious my family is. And how it's okay to be vulnerable. And it's okay to be broken. And it's okay to fail. As long as you're learning from that failure and you're growing from that failure and you're trying to aspire again. So if you're in this place, or you just want to read a book that challenges you and grows you and lets you see what it means to truly be successful, then I suggest that you pick up Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. Click the link below. Thank you so much for sharing time with me, and thank you for allowing me to share my heart with you. TTFN, until next time, ta-ta for now.